Prince Harry back in the UK? Will he reconcile with his father, King Charles? And how he just honored his grandmother, the late Queen Elizabeth II. Charlie Sheen one-on-one on keeping his stutter a secret and his lifelong battle with addiction.
The biggest betrayal you could possibly endure.
His struggle to get sober, making amends with people he's hurt, and how he wants to be remembered. It's an ABC News exclusive. And we're counting down to kickoff. Monday Night Football just hours away. We're in Chicago for the matchup between the Bears and the Vikings, the big debuts to watch, and how the Windy City is getting ready for a new era. It's time for GMA3.
From ABC News headquarters in New York City, this is GMA3.
Okay, we've got an epic Monday in
and
store
that orchestra
for you.
music.
Orchestral
Yes.
GMA3 here. Hello, I am Will.
I am Rebecca. We are starting off our week strong. Gio, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. Thank you for joining us on this Monday.
I think we're pretty lucky, too. Thank you, my friend. Coming up here, the latest on Prince Harry. He is back in London today, attending an event for a children's charity, with royal watchers wondering if he's going to see any of his family during the trip. So we've got the details on that.
We will be looking forward to that report. And also ahead, how one woman went from drowning in debt to a full-time business, helping others get out of the red. And now she's sharing what she learned from a system that's called cash stuffing.
Seriously valuable information there.
Really is. All right, we are going to begin here with a new round of weather whiplash, a cool down from last week's heat, followed by a gradual warm up as the week goes on. And Ginger is right here with the latest. What you got, Gin?
Yeah, you do that with a front. And so we've seen many of them across the nation, but one of them was really powerful. Saturday night had a tornado in it. This is in Worcester County, Massachusetts. But also, we've been clear since then. So we'll be cool, even some frost advisories that have been in place. Let's talk about the West Coast now, where we will be seeing a front, but we've got Harupa Valley, California. The pyrite fire now keep upping the containment, and they've actually gotten rid of some of the evacuation warnings, which is great news. However, the fire is still burning, and so you're still going to have dense fog or dense smoke, especially around there. So not just the unhealthy air quality that kind of trickles into Nevada, but up through parts of Montana and even around the Black Hills and Rapid City there, South Dakota, and then into even Nebraska by the time we reach our Tuesday afternoon. So watch for that. We also, one other thing we're watching, Hurricane Kiko passing north of the Hawaiian Islands, which is great news. No direct impacts. However, we will end up seeing some impacts for the swells. Going to be huge, right? Rip current risk. And you might see a shift in the winds, or in what's usually the trade winds, and that could up the humidity, which would make rainfall that would naturally fall even heavier. Guys.
A lot to watch out there. Thanks for keeping us on it, Ginger. We're going to turn now to Prince Harry back in the UK, with all eyes on a possible reconciliation with his father, King Charles. Chief International Correspondent James Longman is in London with the latest. James.
Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, it is 3 years to the day since Queen Elizabeth died, and London has been marking the anniversary with gun salutes. This morning, Prince William and his wife Kate paid tribute with an engagement in her honour, as did Prince Harry, who laid a wreath at his grandmother's tomb at Windsor Castle just this morning. Now, he is back here in the UK for the first time in months. He'll be at an awards ceremony this evening for Well Child, which is the charity he's patron for. But what we don't know is whether he'll see any of his family during this trip. We, of course, asked, but a representative for the Duke declined to comment, as did Buckingham Palace. They rarely do on personal matters. King Charles hasn't seen his second son since February of last year, but we do know that people from Harry's team met with the King's spokesman back in July, and that was widely viewed as a step towards possible reconciliation. Harry has said he wants to mend the relationship, especially since his father's cancer diagnosis. I think it's fair to say a similar dialogue with his brother does seem unlikely, but we'll see what, if anything, comes out of this trip. I know a lot of people are hoping for a family reconciliation, guys.
All right, James, the palace intrigue always happening there. All right, we appreciate you, James. And we're going to turn now, though, to the excitement back here growing for the first Monday Night Football game of the new NFL season. The Chicago Bears hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Ike Ajachi is in Chicago. He's at Harry Carey's on Navy Pier. He's got a preview. Ike, how you doing with all those cutouts behind you?
Hey, what's going on, Will? I'm doing great, and so are all of these fans here. How are we doing, guys? That's right, that's right. Well, I got to tell you, this is a marquee NFC North showdown. The Chicago Bears are hosting the Minnesota Vikings to kick off Monday Night Football. And there are two big headlines we need to watch. The first one is second-year quarterback J.J. McCarthy making his first ever start for Minnesota, while Ben Johnson takes charge in his coaching debut for Chicago, aiming to turn the Bears around after a 5-win 2024 season. Now, the keys tonight for Minnesota, it's protecting their new QB and pounding the ball behind a rebuilt O-line, especially against the Bears' run defense that struggled last year. Now, for Chicago, quarterback Caleb Williams needs to avoid turnovers and exploit the Vikings' banged-up secondary, which is missing veteran Harrison Smith. Now, we're going to expect a back-and-forth high-scoring contest. Odds makers, they're split right now, and the experts see a close finish, but we're going to catch all of that action 8:15 Eastern, right under the lights here in Soldier Field. The fans are pumped up for this. And so is my new best friend, WLS TV reporter, Christian Picos. He's here. I see how intense these fans are.
I wish we had this site for every single live shot every day.
Right?
It's amazing. Look, these guys have been here since 4:30 in the morning. The game doesn't start for, what, 10 hours?
Yeah.
And that just tells you how much hype there is in the city, right? All eyes tonight are going to be on Ben Johnson, the new Bears head coach. A lot of expectations that he's going to take this team to a new level. It's one thing to be coaching this team in preseason. It's another when it's a packed Soldier Field. So all eyes on Ben Johnson tonight. We have the Shannon Rovers here. World famous Shannon Rovers pipe band. Always a great time with them. Hard to beat a crowd like this at Harry Carey's here at Navy Pier in Chicago.
Gotta love it. Monday Night Football tonight, guys. We ready?
Christian, thank you to all of the various Harry Careys and all
Dub Bears.
Dub Bears, all the fans. Very much looking forward to that first Monday Night Football game of the season. And coming up here on GMA3, we've got the biggest moments from the VMAs, including Sabrina Carpenter's performance overnight. That and more ahead in Pop News.
Okay, it is time now for Pop News. And William, what you got?
We are going interstellar on this one, Gio. We have a Moon Man takeover today. The MTV VMAs happened last night, and we are breaking down all the biggest moments. And while it is about the awards, the performances are always a huge part of the VMAs, and they always deliver. Doja Cat opened the show, bringing us back to the 80s with her song Jealous Type, with a special guest, Kenny G, on the sax. He really rocked it. And then, no surprise, Sabrina Carpenter brought a dance break to the stage.
Look at this moment. Crazy.
It really is. It was her latest single, Tears, which is so catchy, so good. In all that rain, just getting after it.
That's Tears.
Oh, tears from heaven.
Oh, yeah,
from the sky. Okay, got it. Thank you for the weather report there, Rebecca. And Lady Gaga brought the mayhem, singing Abracadabra, and her latest song, The Dead Dance. Despite that performance being pre-recorded from her MSG concert on Saturday night, Gaga still brought the house down. She got some much-deserved, wait for it, applause.
There you go.
Bang, there's your Pop
Well
News.
done, Will.
And now, thank you so much. And now, let's talk about the big winners of the night. We'll start where we left off with Lady Gaga. The singer went into the evening with 12 nominations. That was the most of anyone there. Going home with 4. That's a pretty good hit rate. She won Best Direction and Best Art Direction for her Abracadabra music video. She also won Best Collaboration and Artist of the Year.
Wow, she took it all.
She really did. Meanwhile, Sabrina Carpenter left with a couple Moon Men for Best Pop Artist and Best Album for her chart-topping Short and Sweet. And Alex Warren was crowned Best New Artist. I mean, you could not escape that hit, Ordinary, this summer. It's just amazing, that song. And the top award of the night goes to Glinda. Ariana Grande winning Video of the Year for Brighter Days Ahead.
You know what I loved about watching her? She was celebrating everyone at the award show.
That's always good to see,
It was awesome to see her dancing. It was great.
Always a fun night. But wait, there is more from the fun night. Finally, MTV honored some music legends. Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away in July, was remembered with a medley performance of Crazy Train, Changes, and Mama, I'm Coming Home from Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, and Joe Perry, and Youngblood. And some Golden Moon Men were handed out last night. Those are reserved for the icons, which last night included Busta Rhymes, who was awarded the inaugural Rock the Bells Visionary Award. Ricky Martin gets the show's first ever Latin Icon Award.
By the way, Will just pointed at me.
No, you started. No. You started dancing. You started dancing, so I was giving you the floor. Let's be clear here. Ricky also put on a show performing his hits, including Livin' La Vida Loca, and last but certainly not least, Mariah Carey took the stage, performing a medley of her hits which span decades.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Before accepting the MTV Video Vanguard Award, here's what she had to say about the honor.
I can't believe I'm getting my first VMA tonight. I just have one question. What in the Sam Hill were you waiting for?
We agree.
Yes.
What?
That was a surprise.
The first one. Wow. Yeah. Well, congratulations to her, to all the honorees, and all the winners, which include us for getting to watch the VMAs.
Indeed. It was a great show, and it's great to have you back from your little vacation.
Glad to be back. I was on a jaunt to parts unknown, but I'm ready to go.
Looking a little tan.
Yeah, there was some sun where I was.
Coming up here, we've got the sunshine with Lou Henner. She's here talking about her new movie and her incredible 5-decade career. Stay with us. It's going to be a great conversation. We are back now with Lou Henner, whose wide-ranging career includes sitcoms, dramas, reality competition, and Broadway. And now she's turning her talents to the new Lifetime movie called A Husband to Die For, the Lisa Aguilar story. It is so nice to see you, Mary Lou.
It is so great to see you guys.
We are
Oh
thrilled that you're here. And this is, I mean, this story that you're sharing
And
is...
it's true.
It's true,
I keep
and
saying
you
to
can't even
people-
believe it, right?
I keep saying to people that if you pitched this the way it happened as a story, as a fictional story, people go, no. Take the gorilla mask out of it. Take the fact that she was 8.5 months pregnant. Take, so many things out. It's such a harrowing story, and it's so sad. And the girl, Kiana Lynn Bastides, who plays Lisa Aguilar, she's not only incredible, and she's so young, she's so fabulous, but the movie is one of the best things that you could possibly watch because there's a seriousness to it, but it's also got such humanity and such life to it. And I hope people watch it. I hope that you're paying attention to the people around you, and you're making sure that this kind of thing can't happen again.
Well, they can watch right now. We'll take a little look at a clip.
Great. Okay.
Was this my fault?
Oh, honey. You must never think that. This was something that happened to you, not something you did, let alone something you deserved. I mean, we all knew Darren. We all loved him. No one could have expected this.
I love how tenderly you bring that character forward.
Well, what's funny is that it's based on a real person. Her grandmother was like her rock, and her grandmother passed away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I died during the movie. That's
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. But no, I don't get killed by her husband or anything like that. But she was like a fabulous dresser, and she was like all these things, and so she was like her confidant and her friend. So the part really spoke to me.
And speaking of a fabulous dresser, you brought your own wardrobe to play, and it wasn't the first time. I noticed the earrings, by the way. Those were
these
pretty
are new.
earrings.
But you mean the earrings
the ones in the show.
Oh my gosh,
those kind of aqua
you
earrings.
can find them on. I keep a closet. No, not Etsy. No, you can find them in my.
You're gonna say Amazon.
No. You can find them. You can find them on Evening Shade episodes. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, because you've done this before.
I save things. I do this all the time. I save wardrobe from different periods of my life, different years. So when they said this takes place in 1992, I went like, I'm in, and I just brought all these clothes.
You went to your
from
1992 section of your closet.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you probably would have an easy recall in finding because, as we're aware, and we were talking in the break, you have a super memory. Like that's actually what HSAM or something along those lines.
It's called Highly Superior Autobiographical Memory. And I look at Rebecca, and we did the morning show right after on CBS. It aired, the episode on 60 Minutes aired on December the 19th of 2010, and I was on with you the 20th. We were both wearing purple. We went, we got the memo, and all this other stuff. So it's really something. It's a gift to have this. I am so happy I have it, and I'm actually doing a memory documentary. It's not a biopic. It's about my life. It's not about my life.
Okay.
It's about the importance of memory, the humanity of memory, the journey we all take
so
with memory.
important. Wow.
And I'm doing a club act as well here in New York at the Green Room 42 on November 15th and 16th. So I'm always celebrating memory and everything else. And I'm celebrating this movie because it is so good, directed by David Weaver, Danielle von Zernick did, and it's been a great experience working with these people.
Speaking of memories, 10 years ago, you were on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh!
We just revealed the cast last week.
I know my friend Hilaria Baldwin's on.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Any advice for them?
They told me the first day it's a marathon, not a sprint. I sing in my show a song about pain, and I started taking pictures of all my bruises and my broken, my ribs taped up and everything else, and I show like flashes of it in one of the numbers that I do in my club act. It is the most grueling thing you've ever done in your entire life. I was like icing my feet and warming up my calves, you know.
You are so amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Mary Lou.
Thank you
We appreciate
so much,
it.
and I'm so happy to see you.
I
I was there this summer. Your parents fell in love.
I love that.
In Williamstown.
I love it.
And I worked with your dad
We
in
got like
91.
5 seconds
Okay,
here.
okay.
Husband to Die For, the Lise Aguilar story premieres Saturday on Lifetime. Thank you so much.
Thank
now we
you
can
so
continue
much.
the
Now we
conversation.
can talk about it.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, your mother was such a beautiful.
Welcome back to GMA3.
Yes, it is a sunny Monday on GMA3, and tomorrow on GMA, good news if you love the Da Vinci Code. Best-selling author Dan Brown has a new Robert Langdon thriller, and he is going to join us live to talk about all of it.
I love each and every one of his books.
They're such great thrillers,
So good. And on Wednesday, meet the new Bachelorette. Get to know the woman who will be handing out roses this season.
And on Friday, our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour is in New York. Michael will be live from Niagara Falls, showing us one of the many places that makes the Empire State great. That'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
All right, and now to Diane Sawyer's interview with Bruce Willis's wife, Emma Heming Willis. Emma and Diane spoke about what her life is like 2.5 years after revealing that Bruce has been diagnosed with a little-known form of dementia and how his health is now.
Diane, you're here. I'm here. Here we are. Oh, it's great. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see you.
This is Emma Heming Willis, a self-described lifelong introvert.
See if you're comfortable.
Steeling herself to talk in front of cameras.
Okay.
Something she never sought and never planned. For 16 years, she's been the shy wife of the irrepressible Bruce Willis, one of America's favorite action stars.
Welcome to the party, pal!
He could take down a battalion of bad guys and then nail an old Bing Crosby song.
Oh, won't you rather be a fish? A fish is an animal that swims in a brook. You can't write his name or read a book.
The all-American kid from New Jersey, who built a towering career, more than 70 movies.
Hey, I'm John McClane.
And of course, that beat-up cop who rouses himself to save the world one more time.
Come out to the coast, we get together, have a few laughs.
It's the king of the blockbuster franchises, Die Hard. And in person, he was the mischievous guy who urged everyone to sing and celebrate life every day. He dropped by year after year at Good Morning America.
Well, Bruce Willis dropped in the other day.
And
now Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Oh, no. You are so cool. You are really cool.
Even in the commercial breaks, we keep talking about everything. After he and actress Demi Moore divorced, he pushed me to set him up with a nice girl.
And are you sufficiently ready?
Can I interview Diane today? Can't you find me?
You know what I discovered?
Find someone for me. You must meet so many people.
See, you say that, but...
And then he found her, his quiet dream girl who shared his working class values, a model who helped earn money for her family, and most of all dreamed of a stable home. And as we said, Bruce Willis grew up in blue-collar New Jersey. He was just 29 years old when he changed the game on TV in a new series called Moonlighting.
David! Could I have a minute of your time, please?
Take two, they're small. What can make me feel this way, my girl? My girl!
Opposites attract. And I just loved watching him be him.
16 years ago, they had a tiny wedding on the beach and the joyful ride began. They were the famously blended Willis family. 2 marriages, 5 daughters. His oldest daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah. And then with Emma, he has 2 more girls, Mabel and Evelyn.
The original girl dad.
One of the best.
And the thing he said most was, live it up. The exact quote, live it up every moment, every day. It'll be over in a ginger snap.
Yes, can be.
And now 49-year-old Emma Heming Willis is going to tell the story of an unexpected journey. She has written a book shining a light on the little-known disease that ambushed her husband 3 years ago, and giving a lifeline to caregivers. If they are reeling, panicked, so was she. She says the subtle symptoms began when she noticed the buoyant girl dad seemed subdued.
For someone who was very talkative and very engaged, he was just a little more quiet, and when the family would get together, he would kind of just melt a little bit.
He seemed to be losing words, a childhood stutter reappeared, and he was just less engaged in their lives.
Felt a little removed, very cold, not like Bruce, who was very warm and affectionate. To going the complete opposite of that was alarming and scary.
Imagine a marriage that has been tight and beautiful, and suddenly the person that you're living with has no empathy or concern for you or your family.
Dr. Bruce Miller. He is not Bruce Willis's doctor, but he is a leading expert on frontotemporal dementia. The disease Emma Heming Willis had no idea was stalking her family. It strikes early. The mean age is 56.
This is really the unknown disease. People weren't aware of it really until the 1990s. The research on this has really just begun.
You know, FTD can be diagnosed as bipolar, midlife crisis, depression, and and a lot of doctors don't know about FTD.
But finally, a brain scan confirmed Bruce Willis has the black belt of dementias. FTD is the dementia that savagely eats away at the front and sides of the brain, causing a person to start losing words, dimming connection to others.
When you notice a change in someone you love, how do you track it?
I think the constellation of symptoms, loss of drive, loss of empathy, addiction, compulsive behaviors, loss of executive control, these symptoms becoming progressive is very, very worrisome.
When her life is cracking apart, she's given a pamphlet and told there's nothing to be done, no cure, no hope.
And to leave there with nothing, just nothing, with a diagnosis I couldn't pronounce. I didn't understand what it was.
I can only imagine the panic.
I was so panicked. And I just remember hearing it and just not hearing anything else. It was like I was free falling.
And how did Bruce react?
I don't know if he was reluctant or not to go to a doctor, or if he even understood there was a reason you were doing it.
I don't think Bruce ever really connected the dots.
Dr. Miller says this is a common reaction of FTD patients.
The patient is incredibly unaware of what is happening. I think the parts of the brain that allow us to suffer and self-reflect are lost very early in frontotemporal dementia.
A family sees an old life retreat forever into memory. An inevitable new reality arrives.
Bruce is still very mobile. Bruce is in really great health overall. It's just his brain that is failing him.
But the language is...
Yeah, the language is going. And, we've learned to adapt, and we have a way of communicating with him, which is just a different way.
Were there days that it would be Bruce again?
Yeah, we still get those days. Not days, but we get moments. It's his laugh, right? Like, he has such a hearty laugh. And, sometimes you'll see that twinkle in his eye or that smirk. And, you know, I just get like transported. And it's just hard to see that. Because as quickly as those moments appear, then it goes. It's hard. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that my husband is still very much here.
Just such a powerful story there. Great conversation. And tomorrow, Emma Heming Willis will be live on GMA when her book, The Unexpected Journey, is released. And coming up, Charlie Sheen one-on-one with Michael Strahan, opening up about keeping his stutter a secret and his lifelong struggle with addiction. Stay with us.
All right, we are back now with Michael Strahan's exclusive interview here with Charlie Sheen. The actor is telling all in a new memoir, sharing parts of his life that he's kept secret. And they talked about his stutter and his lifelong struggle with addiction. Take a look.
Did your family read the book?
They have, yeah.
And?
Yeah.
What do they
think? They were thoroughly entertained. And Dad was like halfway through it, and he said, he says your use of humor in your darkest moments is a gift to the reader, is how he described it.
Charlie Sheen grew up on movie sets with his dad, Martin Sheen, following his older brother, Emilio Estevez, into the family business right out of high school.
You want to know what's wrong?
I know what's wrong. Just want to hear you say it.
But he'd been keeping a secret from everyone, a stutter.
People don't realize you've had a lifelong issue with stuttering.
Yeah.
You wrote this, not being able to say certain words or sounds was one of the main reasons I learned to drink like I did.
How about that? How about that?
Well, how did drinking help that?
Drinking just, it just made everything, it took the, it softened the edges. It gave me just freedom of speech.
It wasn't until he joined the sitcom Spin City in 2000 that he stopped hiding it.
I know that must have been really hard for you.
Yeah, it was. She stuck me with the check.
Did that feel liberating? Did it feel good to get that off your chest?
It did, yeah. Because like I write in the book, there's, when I got the first script for Spin and I was going through it and I was like, oh, that's a problem. That's gonna be a problem. I can't say that. So yeah, when in doubt, just to be, be human enough to be vulnerable and to know that it's okay to ask for help.
There was also his very public lifelong battle with addiction. His family staged an intervention when he was 24 years old, followed by his first of many rehab stints in 1990.
He wrote, quote, I didn't get sober for me, I got sober for them. It was only a matter of time before I'd sneak out of a side door into the alley where all things fun and familiar were lurking on standby. Why do you think you just weren't ready for sobriety at that time?
It's hard to ask for help when somebody else has raised your hand for you. And so I think that was the theme of, knowing it was only a matter of time.
In 1998, you had a overdose.
I did.
My son was admitted here yesterday as a result of a drug overdose.
Your dad turns you in for violating probation. What was that like?
It felt like just the biggest betrayal you could possibly endure.
So you didn't see it as love, you saw it as betrayal.
Saw it as love eventually, but in the moment, it's like when in the book when my bodyguard comes to the bedroom door and he says, the U.S. Marshals are on the way. We're leaving in 5.
Sheen said he was sober for several years until he began using prescription pills while starring in 2.5 Men.
You wrote in the book, as the show wore on, it was 2.5 personalities I had to embody. Sober guy for Chuck, friendly guy for my co-stars and crew, half of whatever guy left over for me, fear guy mostly. What were you afraid of?
With the pills on board, I was afraid of getting outed with that because there was a lot of it. There was an AA energy on the set.
So with their shame with you now, all of a sudden, okay, I'm taking pills and I put this out there that I'm this sober guy when I know I'm really not?
Right. Yeah, no, it's a terrible feeling. You got to remember always worry about who knows what.
I was aware things were coming unglued.
All of the ups and downs of his tumultuous life are explored in the upcoming Netflix docuseries, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen, told by those who experienced it alongside him.
You wanted to like him because he was lovable, brilliant, handsome, charming, and smart.
From his famous friends, former co-stars and showrunner, to his ex-wives and children.
When it started to change, it was quick.
You can't really have a relationship with someone going through addiction.
It seems like everyone, like you've gone out of your way to make amends with the people that you feel like you've hurt in your life.
I have.
And that's been important to you.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a few people still out there that if I could get in touch with them, or if our paths are meant to cross, that there's still some of that available for them.
And what do you want people to take away from it?
I would like to, be respected or appreciated as a writer, as an author. I think that'd be really cool. But I also, this story should have ended 100 times 20 years ago, and it didn't. So whatever happens next might be just, where some of the real gold has been hidden,
Just an incredibly powerful conversation. The way he was talking about addiction, just so powerful. Yeah. The Book of Sheen is available tomorrow, and a.k.a. Charlie Sheen begins streaming on Netflix on Wednesday. And coming up here, how one woman used cash stuffing to pay off tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and is now sharing what she learned with others, turning it into a business. Stick around.
I love this story, guys. We are back with a side hustle that turned into a living for one woman. Her popular cash stuffing videos on TikTok have turned into a lucrative full-time job, and Rhiannon Alley has the story.
What are 1,000 and 500 slips used for? Let's get into it.
Jasmine Taylor says she understands the struggles of balancing a budget.
I was just side hustling and trying to make it from check to check. I wasn't managing my money. I was struggling.
2 years ago, the 31-year-old Texas woman found herself drowning in nearly $80,000 of debt.
Write out everything you spend.
That's when Jasmine says she learned about cash stuffing, a budgeting system that uses envelopes to divide cash into various spending categories. To stay on track, she started documenting her journey on TikTok.
I went from swiping a credit card and not really understanding where my money was going to having to tangibly handle the cash. You can see when you're running out. You can see when you're saving, and it was life-changing for me.
Over the last 2 years, Jasmine has been able to pay off the majority of her debt. Hoping to share with others what she learned, Jasmine launched her own company with budgeting tutorials and supplies.
Let's talk about how to get started. So let's say you're paid $1,000 for this week. So from 1,000 to 0, you give every dollar a place. Once you've created the budget, you then go back, pull out your cash from the bank, and you stuff the allotted amounts into the envelopes.
Last year, Jasmine says her business pulled in over $800,000. This coming year, she's projecting up to $1 million in revenue. Some experts say cash stuffing can help you be more intentional about your money.
Spending on a whim is so easy to do. Maybe it's getting coffee while you're out, grabbing lunch, and just spending while you go and not actually being intentional with your spending. You end up spending so much money that you don't mean to. And there's something powerful about telling your money what to do, which again is a budget, and cash stuffing goes right along with it.
Some really great advice.
We better get on TikTok.
Indeed. We'll be right back.
That show felt like it flew by, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For more news, check out What You Need to Know anytime on Disney+. Have yourself a great day.
See you tomorrow.